was in an uncommitted relationship for many years. I wanted marriage, but he didn't. I disrespected myself. I tried to buy affection. I had no courage, no self-esteem, and I didn't value myself. I allowed men to misuse and abuse me, and I was a clingy person. Fear told me to believe everything that was spoken over me growing up. I was ugly. I was stupid. I wouldn't find anyone, and I didn't know what to look for in a man. I didn't know what I wanted in a relationship because all my relationships were unhealthy. But after diving into the questions you gave me, I realized I never healed from past relationships. 8.6 million women, which is 63% of breadwinner moms, are single mothers according to a Pew Research Center analysis report dated in 2011. The report goes on to state, today's single mothers are much more likely to be never married than were single mothers in the past. The share of never married mothers among all single mothers has increased from 4% in 1960 to 44% in 2011. This is based on Pew Research Center analysis of 2011 America Community Survey. Satan has a mission, an objective, and might I add, a daily goal. His goal is to steal your identity, kill your self-worth, and destroy your confidence in God by any means necessary. He understands a woman's purpose in the earth is so great that if he can get you out of the will of God, you won't fulfill your designed destiny in God. And he starts at an early age by trying to steal your identity. When you don't know who you are, you won't understand why you are, which leads to you not trusting whose you are. Satan's plot is to move you out of the will of God before you know who you are in God. And he often does this using an ungodly relationship with a man you love, a man you trust, and a man you bear your soul to. How did we go from 4% to 44% of women having children before marriage? Do you remember the story of Snow White and the 7 dwarfs? Snow White's evil stepmother, the queen, would go to her magical mirror every morning so it would affirm her as the most beautiful woman in the land. Instead of the queen affirming her own identity, she needed validation from the person on the other side of the mirror. Somehow, the need to be validated by others has reared its head in the lives of many women today. And instead of a woman affirming her own identity, she looks to those around her to validate her worth when she should be looking inside herself. Let's go back to the Garden of Eden, where it all stemmed from. Satan, the serpent, was there when Adam named all the animals in the garden. But when Adam was alone, he didn't bother him because he alone was not a threat to Satan. Oh, but when Eve stepped on the scene, all hell broke loose. Satan recognized the power in the family, the purpose of the family, and the plan for the family. The same thing that happened in the Garden of Eden is happening today. What is that, you ask? An illusion. Satan offers a woman an illusion of a relationship that is pleasing to the eye, tasteful to the flesh, but deadly to the soul. He offers an illusion of love in the form of lust that does not last. Lust captivates and then devastates, while true love sanctifies and satisfies the hunger of the soul. Satan deceived a woman named Eve into thinking if she and her husband ate of the forbidden fruit, they would be just like God. Genesis 3:5 reads, "For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil." Just as Satan hoodwinked and bamboozled Eve, tempting her with something that was pleasing to her flesh, he uses the same tricks today as he did yesterday, because he knows what most women desire: a good man. A man who is pleasing to the eyes, a man who smells good. And he even knows how to get in your head and into your bed with all the right words. And the next thing you know, you've taken a bite of his forbidden fruit. Just as Satan knew what to use to tempt Eve in the garden, he knows what to use to trick you too. When Eve took a bite of that forbidden fruit, it caused a form of death to come between her family and God. Not a physical death, but spiritual death. And in doing so, their disobedience caused them to lose their position with God. They used to walk with God, but after they disobeyed, they hid from him. They were the first cast on the reality show Naked and Afraid. Genesis 3:8. They lost their place in God. They lost their beautiful home in the garden, where everything they needed was there for them. Genesis 3:23. They lost their privilege from God. Before they disobeyed God, Adam did not have to work. Another word for work is labor. And Eve could have children without pain. Labor. But their sin caused them both to now have to labor, work for what they wanted. There are times when a woman is deceived by a man she believes loves her, and what she thinks is love is really lust. And after nights of hot, steamy passion, a child is conceived with the man she knows in her heart is not ready to reign with one woman. So here she is with this man's child. And after many nights of passion, the baby's father has left her with an STI, a sexually transmitted illusion. An illusion that he would not leave her. An illusion that he would take care of her, provide a good home for her, and make her his only. And now that she has this sexually transmitted illusion, she cannot get him or the promises he made to her out of her mind. It's all part of Satan's plot to steal your identity, kill your self-worth, and destroy your confidence in God, because he understands if he can get you to doubt that God has a plan for your life, then he knows you will always be torn between two lovers. Society, the world's ways, and sanctification, God's ways.